So, what I'm going to teach you now is the speed vault. Okay, so what we're going to talk about now is the approach to a speed vault. Best thing to think about here is first picking which hand you decide to put on a wall. So, if I decide to put my left hand on the wall, I'm going to take off with my left leg, while my right leg is simply to throw me off balance, and then I'm going to use my left hand to push myself back up and through. So it's a down, yet a pulling motion. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to approach this. So find a nice steady stride, watch my left foot's going to plant, right's going to come up. Okay, so I'll show that one more time. As my left foot plants and pushes, my right comes up and my left hand goes on. So now if you prefer to do it on your right hand, it's going to be the same thing, just opposite. So your right's going to go on, left's going to come up, and your right hand's going to go on. So, one last time. As I approach, I'm going to find my nice steady stride. I'm going to get my momentum built up. I'm going to plant my left foot. My right leg's going to come up to throw me off balance, and my left hand is going to go on to push me back up. So if you watch it in motion, it goes left foot plant, right foot up, left hand on the box. Now what we're going to look at is the execution. What you do when you're actually in between, your body's completely off the ground. So, if you understand the approach, what you're going to want to do is your left hand plants, your right leg's up, your left hand's on the box, your left leg, you're going to think to feed it through. So you take off with your left and you land with your left. And if you do it to your right side, the exact same thing, just opposite. The right foot plants, right hand's on, this left leg is up, and your right leg is going to feed through. I'm going to demonstrate it on my left. So pay attention to how I throw my body up and my hand placement. So, I elongated myself for better demonstration purposes, but this is to be quick. So the other thing to keep in mind about the execution of it is you want your hips to just barely go over the box to keep it fast and efficient, known as the speed vault for its speed. So again, now I'm going to do it faster, and I want you to pay attention to my hip as it comes over the box. And that's the execution of the vault. Now let's talk about the landing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a little technique to better express how I want you to land. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop up, and then we're going to pretend that this foot's not on the box. But as far as landing, my left hip is going to try to stay as close to this as possible, and it's going to feed through. So I'm going to come through. So after the vault, this is what it should look like. This foot should be coming down to prepare for the landing, and this foot should be following it. So it's going to go left, then right. So I will just push out with my hand. So again, here, the left's going to come through. It's going to be prepared for landing. The right's going to be following, and I'm going to use my arm to push myself back upright as well as forward. So I just feed through. Now remember, the faster you do this, it's important to keep momentum, because the faster you come at the vault, the less time you spend on your hand. It's not a stall, it's a real quick feed through. So one technique that will help you is another vault that we call safety vault. Now this will get you to understand what muscles are being activated, as well as getting you a little more comfortable with being at a sideways momentum and learning how to feed your foot through. Safety vault looks like this, then I'll break it down for you. So left foot plants, put your foot on and feed through. So that is a safety vault at its full speed. Here's a better way to understand not only the safety, but more importantly the speed vault. The Safety is simply a progression for the speed vault. So one way to build your balance and coordination with it is you're gonna put whatever hand you decide to put on the box, your opposite foot is gonna go on. So my left hand is on while my right foot is on. Now notice my left leg. My left leg, its sole purpose is to feed through. Boom, boom, okay? So one of the good exercises to work is building your coordination, finding what muscles are being activated and isolate them. You can do this by feeding through and back out. Now notice, if my foot goes in front, my arm is behind. And if it goes in back, my arm is in front. So it just switches. Notice how my hips are moving. Notice that my arm is staying straight, slightly bent. And then when you feel confident, just remember how we decided to land the speed vault. I'm gonna put my left foot down and shoot out. And that is how you do a speed vault.